Okay, so the Ipswich Town fixtures for the 2021-22 season are out. It's Morecambe at home. Up first, just run through a few of those key dates. Morecambe at home on the opening day on August the 7th. Gillingham away on Boxing Day. Lincoln at home on New Year's Day. Rotherham and Wigan over Easter. And then it's Charlton on the final day. We know our schedule for the next 9 months or so, Stu. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I think the first thing people look to is the start. And you have to say, it's kind on paper. Football's not played on paper. We know that. But two of the newly promoted sides in Morecambe and Cheltenham, and then Burton, MK Dons and AFC Wimbledon, all who finished in the bottom half of League One last season. So a real opportunity for this new era, whatever we're calling it, to really hit the ground running. The thought of Brett Johnson, Burke Bakai and Mark Detmer sort of over from the States for the first time watching Ipswich Town versus Morecambe. Maybe they were looking for a slightly more glamorous fixture. I don't know, but good chance for Paul Cook and his new look side to get off to a good start.
We've had fast starts before, though, haven't we, Stu? So we'll reserve judgment on that, but it does really look kind, doesn't it? Are there any fixtures that are jumping out to you? I've seen there's Rotherham and Sheffield Wednesday. I think they're in September and November, respectively. The bigger sides coming down from the Championship, and it's the Wigan games that interest me. Paul Cook v Liam Richardson. The Gwion Edwards derby. That's pushing it, but Easter Monday at Portman Road between those two teams, and you'd think both of them should be in the mix. There's some great crossovers there, and that game in particular is the one that, if you were to ask me which one that jumps off the page, that would be the one for me.
Yeah, the Cook versus Richardson derby, master versus apprentice. Wigan, new owners themselves, seem to be shopping in the exact same market as Ipswich Town this summer. So you're right, those games are ones to look forward to. That run-in, we've talked about a kind start. On paper, could be a tough run-in depending on what the situation is by then. Rotherham away, who I expect fully to be in the mix, as they usually are after coming down from relegation. Then that Wigan game you mentioned, followed by Crewe away, who looked a decent footballing side last season, and then Charlton at home, another team that really should be in the mix. So kind start, but perhaps a bit of a tougher finish.
Not too many long midweek treks, which there were last season. Sunderland and Accrington and Fleetwood all on Tuesday nights, ultimately for Paul Lambert and then Paul Cook's men during that time. Cheltenham away is a fairly long one first up, but other than that, it's quite kind in terms of Tuesday night treks. Although, as we know, Town will be covering a lot of miles this season. They always do. We're in an eastern outpost over here.
They will, but the fixtures look far less hectic than last season because of that truncated COVID campaign. It felt like Saturday, Tuesday throughout the whole season. It virtually was. So 7 midweek games in there, 3 at home. Cheltenham away on a Tuesday night is early doors when the sun's shining, hopefully, and makes that trip a little bit more bearable. Portsmouth, Charlton, Doncaster are not too bad from Ipswich standards for midweek trips. I know a few fans will be a little bit disappointed that maybe Charlton's on a Tuesday night, obviously just down the road, and might make that a little bit more difficult for them to fully enjoy the away day. But I'm sure that away end, fingers crossed, please, fans being allowed in the ground will be packed. And you mentioned Gillingham on Boxing Day. There's that open air scaffolded away end at Priestfield. I think there might be a few getting a little bit cold on Boxing Day down at Gillingham, which is obviously another one that just down the road, really.
Yep, so we know it now. We know the 46 game schedule. We know the order of it, but we know from the past, Stu, that fast starts could mean nothing. Kind starts on paper mean nothing. We've had easy run-ins on paper that have never been played, and kind run-ins that Ipswich weren't in a position to actually take advantage of. So hopefully now the schedule's out, that there will be a bit of momentum, there'll be excitement, there'll be fans in the ground, and hopefully a team challenging for promotion from League One.